Hello, Keith Rucker here at VintageMachinery.org. Guys, today I am in Knoxville, Tennessee, headed back home after being up in Kentucky for a couple of days, and got an invite to come by down here to the Knox Makers Makerspace.
Howdy.
In Knoxville, Tennessee.
Hi everyone, I'm Billy, and I run the Knox Machining channel. I work out of here out of the Knox Makers Makerspace in our machining area.
Great, and you do have the YouTube channel, Knox Maker?
Or Knox Machining.
Knox Machining, I'm sorry. Yep, I'm confused already. You just told me what it was.
It's all right. Yeah, keep them differentiated. You know, I run the Knox Machining channel, but Knox Makers is its own nonprofit organization. So since I'm not representing them directly, I run my own channel.
Cool. So I'm gonna make a confession here. This is the first maker space that I've actually ever been to. And I know they're a big thing in a lot of bigger cities and stuff. Most people know I live in a pretty rural area, so we don't have anything like this around us, but I know a lot of guys that have these, and this is a really great concept. And a lot of your bigger areas, suburban areas, whatever, will have these maker spaces. So tell people what a maker space is if they don't know.
So basically a makerspace is a community workshop where people can come and utilize the tools and the workspace to build and make things. You know, if you live in an apartment or a small house or, you know, something like that, you don't have room to make your things. So you can come down here and pay a membership, and you get to use our wood shop, our machining, blacksmithing. We got fiber arts, electronics, 3D printing, welding, and blacksmithing. So you can come down and use our facilities and use our tools, learn new disciplines. If you don't know how to do something, check with one of us. We do authorization classes, and we do skills builder classes and that kind of thing. It's a really nice way to meet new people with like minds and learn and go from there, you know.
Great. Well, I've been really impressed. They got a pretty nice area here. And I think we're going to do just a little shop tour, and we're going to do the machine shop and metalworking area for sure. We might slip over there and look at the woodworking guys next door too, if that's all right.
Yeah, and we can go down to the blacksmith. You've not got to see the blacksmith building.
Seen the blacksmith building.
Yeah, so we'll go down there too.
So let's take a quick tour around your metalworking area here, the machine shop area.
Yeah, all right, so this is the machining area. Let's see here, behind me is the, I consider this the centerpiece to the machining area. It's my Bridgeport J-head pulley style milling machine. Picked that up and brought it here. Don't have a place for it at my house, so I had to buy it and bring it somewhere, so I decided to bring it here.
Awesome.
All right, so here we have the 1340 lathe that we picked up from somewhere in Indiana. Picked it up for I think $2,500 and brought it down here. Stripped it down to bare metal and repainted it and cleaned it up and replaced the bearings in the gearbox. And now the makers can use it to their heart's delight. It's a decent Taiwanese-made machine. It's not a American-made machine, but it does what we need it to.
It's MSC brand, and I forget who makes these for them. MSC doesn't make them, but
I think it's a Prince. Was the I think it's Prince.
Yeah. But it's actually a decent machine. I've seen those before, and the nice thing is you can thread in both metric and imperial stuff.
Yeah,
so,
and even nicer than that is it's minimal change gears on this one. You can hit just about every thread size and then metric and imperial without having to resort to the change gears. I think there's maybe 2 or 3 different oddball sizes you have to pull out. That was one of my requirements. The other was ability to have 5C collets with a collet closer, which this one can do. It's got a 4.5 Morse taper in it, which is kind of an oddball in itself.
Nice.
Coolant and a foot brake.
Good deal.
All right, so here we have our Rockwell 20-inch vertical bandsaw. It was a donation. Somebody had picked it up off of Gov Deals and didn't want it, and they donated it to us. When we got it, it had some issues with it. Somebody had used a tow strap on the back end of it and bent one of the support members that hold the motor and the pulley assembly. Splayed the motor apart and pulled it apart, straightened up the support shaft, or the support strut, and reassembled the motor and tack welded it together, and it works. It does have some other issues. We need to put some guards on it and some other things, but it works.
It works.
And that's what counts.
There you go.
Somebody obviously stripped out the saw blade welder and grinder. I wish they had that, but it doesn't. Maybe we'll pick one up one day.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Craftsman professional series drill press. I think we picked this up from some guy up in Pigeon Forge for $500. He was still in the carton underneath his deck, and it's been there for over a year. I'm surprised the rust didn't get to it, but it turned out pretty good.
It drills holes. That's what you need.
It does. It's better than the one we had before.
And it's got a nice T-slot table on it even, so that's nice.
With coolant trough.
Nice.
Yeah. Here we have one of the last made hot shot 1200s from Stan. You know, he sold the rights off to American Rotary, which spun up American Kiln.
Right.
This was a scratch and dent. I think he scratched up the stainless steel up there and had it up on Facebook Marketplace or something. And I had intended to buy one from him, and I missed the last batch that he done. But he threw this one up on Marketplace, and I picked it up for a good deal. I've only used it about 2 times, and neither one of them were for heat treating. It was for bluing some metal. But I went ahead and upgraded it with the argon upgrade kit so that I can do heat treating without having to use the stainless steel pouches. And I hope to do a class on that one day for the makers here, show them how to use it, and maybe heat treat some knives and other things like that.
Cool.
Made this little cart for it to go on, complete with fire bricks, so we can lay hot stuff up there.
Good. Nice.
Nice little, and it's portable too. We can wheel it out, and of course you have to have a high current plug, but
Right. Yep.
seems to work pretty good.
Good deal.
All right, so here we have a hardness tester made by Lewis Small. I don't know much about that company. I did find a little bit of literature on, I think I found some on your site, VintageMachinery.org. I'll have to go back and double check. I think I paid $250 for it. It's a nice little Rockwell tester. Not much else to say. It works.
Yep. Tests the hardness of metal, so when you do heat treating, you can see where you're at. Nice.
All right, so this is the grinding room, as we call it. It's pretty dirty right now and dusty. Here we have my 6x12 surface grinder. There's a little bit of debate on who the manufacturer. I'm pretty sure, though, this is a Herrig 612. The original owner thought it was made by a company by the name of Walker. They do make chucks and stuff, but it does have a Walker badge on here that probably was the distribution company. But I'm pretty sure that this is a older Herrig 612 rack and pinion style surface grinder. Anybody out there who knows or can find me any more documentation on this, I'd appreciate it, because I do need to do some maintenance on it. The manuals I found are for the cable driven one, so it's not, it'll be good, but it's not quite what I'm looking for. The rest of this room is made up with a sandblast cabinet. We got a 2x72 belt sander over there, and a nice industrial size pedestal grinder, and a couple wood belt sanders. Yeah, thank you. All right, so this is the metalworking area, the dirty side of the shop. This is where the guys come and do the grinding and the welding and the plasma cutting. I don't do a whole lot over here. I'm more of the machining guy, not a fabricating guy. But this is available for our makers to use, and it's a really nice little area for us. We hold classes here, MIG, TIG, and plasma, and later on we'll take you to the other metalworking area, which is our blacksmith shop.
Okay, so you got a couple of welding tables here, some welding machines.
Yep.
Got MIG and TIG, stick, plasma cutter there.
Yep.
Abrasive cut, or is that I guess that's an actual chop saw, right?
Actually, that's the Evolution.
Okay, yeah.
Cold cut saw.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
All right, so this is our laser cutting area. This is our second laser cutter that we had. The first one we made several years ago, but we upgraded to this. It's roughly a 3x5 foot cutting area. We do open source here, so we ripped out the controller unit that was in it since it's proprietary and installed a control board and is running Linux CNC to control the laser cutter. Okay.
So this will do cutting of, what kind of cutting can you do with it?
It can do acrylic up to probably 1/4 or 1/2 inch plywood, multiple pass. It's a 100-watt CO2 laser.
And I guess you can also like engrave with it or
You
whatever.
can do engraving and whatnot. It will not cut. It will not cut metal.
Yeah, it's a
unfortunately.
CO2 laser.
It is a CO2 laser. So you can do engraving with on metals if you use some special coating on top. I know that they do that, but other than that, they're mostly using it for cutting the wood and the acrylic and doing rapid prototyping. It's also great for making jigs for using it on the router table if you need to do a complicated template for a router. You can come over here and laser cut out your template and then put it on your big piece of wood that you're wanting to use and go from there.
Nice.
And this would be the wood shop, completely outfitted. We've got bandsaw, planer, joiner, drill press, sanders.
So we got a jigsaw, a little DeWalt planer here.
Yep. Got 3 bandsaws over there.
So you got a nice Newman joiner here. This is an old Babbitt bearing machine. Actually needs some work. I may come back up here and help them get these Babbitts poured on this thing and working right at some point in time.
Yeah, the guy in charge of the woodworking area picked that up a couple, actually back before COVID. We picked it up and then it's sat here ever since. It definitely needs to be put together and replace this little bitty 6-inch Craftsman here.
Yeah, Delta. Yeah.
Delta.
Yeah. Some drill presses, some workbenches, cut-off saw over there.
Yep.
And saw stop.
Yep, that's one of the, I'd call it the central piece to the woodworking area.
The table saw is the most important tool in a wood shop for most working guys anyway.
Yep. I'll tell you that saw stop has saved many metal fences and angle blocks in its day, but I don't think any of our members have ran a finger through it yet.
Well, let's hope they don't.
Yeah, I hope they don't either.
And you said you got some bandsaws over here, and I guess that's just stock and material storage stuff over here.
Yeah, this is our storage area. We're actually going to be rearranging some stuff, and probably pushing the woodworking over here and relocating this storage elsewhere. We're going to be taking over some more space in this area, and hopefully we can, the metalworking and machining can actually grow a little bit too.
Okay, good.
All right, so we're in a separate building now. This is our blacksmith shop. We built this, it's a pole barn that we built around this concrete pad that was pre-existing here, and repurposed it for our blacksmith building. We've got, let's see here, looks like we've got 3 or 4 forges set up in here, double burner over there, a little ammo can one here, and a 3 burner there, and this one here is a personal one that's built out of a propane tank, I believe.
Okay. So everything's gas forges?
Everything down here is propane forges. We've got 3 or 4 anvils set up, some slack tanks, decent pole vise mounted to this post. Oh, you can't see that.
It's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, decent pole vise mounted to that I don't know, pylon, I guess.
Yeah, piece of pipe. I guess that was already there.
Yeah, this used to be a diesel depot.
Okay.
For the business that was here before.
Okay.
And, we've reused as much of the stuff as we could.
Sure.
Over on the other side here, I'll show you when we get over there, is a Knoxville Mender.
You got a little trip hammer. It looks like somebody homemade there.
Yeah, that was a previous member made that, and it's got some deficiencies that we're working on. They used some real cheap bearings at the top there. It kind of just beat itself to death. Yeah. So we need to tear it down and get a machinist involved to rebuild it the right way. Currently, there is no electricity in this building. The lighting in here is handled by solar setup that we installed.
Okay.
So at some point we'll have to, if we want to do anything that requires electricity, we're going to have to get some power ran out here.
You got a bending system over here?
Now this here is the Knoxville bender I was talking about earlier. Relatively new addition. I think we're getting ready to have a class on this next Sunday, I think.
Okay.
So I'll get to come down here and play with that a little bit. And
nice.
Storage racks and stuff for the materials for them to use.
Nice little space.
come out here and get hot and sweaty and bounce and get your frustrations out on some steel.
There you go. Well, guys, that's going to be pretty much a wrap. Just a little quick tour. We didn't do the fabric and 3D printing and all that part of the building over here. We just kind of stuck to the machinery type related things, but they got a nice setup here. I'm pretty impressed. And if anybody's in the Knoxville area and wants to find out more about this and maybe come join this makerspace, how do they get in touch with you guys?
They can go to our website, VintageMachinery.org, or you can stop by on a Tuesday around 6:30 local and visit us on our open hack night, where we welcome anybody from the public into our space to take a tour or participate in anything we're doing.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the tour. I enjoyed seeing this nice little space, and I know you guys are constantly improving things and bringing in new equipment and new stuff as your membership grows and as new things become available. And you said y'all are about to expand your size down here a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to take over another bay that's over here, so we're going to gain about another 1,700 square feet.
Great.
So that'll be more room for us to grow. Maybe the machining and metalworking area can expand a little bit, maybe some more room for some equipment.
Awesome. Good deal. Well, thanks a lot. Appreciate the offer to come up here and look at this. And with that, that's going to be a wrap, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thumbs up and comments are appreciated. Hit the subscribe button, all those good things. And guys, we'll catch you on the next video. Again, thanks for watching.